Okay, everybody, welcome back. We have Logan Minimates. We found out about these about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit more. I know I didn't find out about the counterpart to this two pack is a Deadpool Negasonic Teenage Warhead Deadpool movie two pack, but this one, yeah, that one we only knew about a year ago, last June, and then this one here, I think I found out a little bit before that, maybe a few months or something. But so what happened was they're Walgreens exclusives, as you can see in the middle of the box, and it gets really sketchy. I don't know. I don't know if anyone in the community knows, but something weird happened where Walgreens decided to stop selling toys, which kind of screwed things up. I'm sure COVID didn't help. Who knows? Maybe it was just happened to be, the Walgreens deciding to stop selling toys. But these like just kind of disappeared. Like they're coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, they disappeared. Like a year and a half ago, somebody had a picture of them, I think on eBay or Facebook or something, and that's how everybody found out. Of course, with Diamond Select, that's how it always works out, is you find out from somebody other than the actual toy company every time, but almost every time. Yeah, like we found out about these, and then all of a sudden they just showed up in the UK. Like all of our UK collector friends all of a sudden had them all at once. Some of the stores there had them, I believe. And I know a bunch of people stateside chipped in on shipping and ordered like 10 of them or something like that. But I just couldn't bring myself to spend $50 on a 2-pack. There's just no way I was going to do that. And for as much as Logan is in my probably top 10 favorite movies of all time, movie meant a lot to me when it came out. I just never. I'm just not spending $50 on a Minimate 2-pack. Like I've done it once. I did it for Angel and Warpath, X Factor, Angel, and Warpath, and I just wasn't going to do it for these. I mean, they're very movie accurate, but they're nothing flashy. Like it would not take much to kit bash Logan at least, and for the most part, you could probably kit bash Laura. Just that shirt and jacket would be hard to figure out. But whatever. I figured somehow they would make their way stateside. And then a few days ago, Luke announced that he got a bunch of them in, and I bought myself a pack of each, like immediately. So, pretty great getting them. Let's take them out of that box and do a quick tray shot. So yeah, here they are. Actually, I didn't show you guys a tray shot. Sorry about that. I just started taking them out and didn't stop. I just realized now I didn't actually get a tray shot. But whatever. You'll live. We'll all live. So yeah, this is what I would pretty much consider a fair amount of accessories for a 2-pack. It's kind of nice. It gave us that extra torso for Logan himself. Extra arms and hands, so we don't have to have the clawed hands if we don't want to. And Laura has this extra head. She did come with an extra pair of hands. They're kind of hiding back there, but really liking that face that they gave her. Just kind of a not overly angry, but just kind of a stern female face. And it, like I said, it's nice to have this Logan extra torso here. So here you go, with that torso on, a lot of veins popping out, a lot of extra lines just to kind of show his age. It's nice just to not have two plain flesh arms, and just kind of a good representation of him being aged and everything. And especially his face. Like, look at his face. They did a pretty good job with his face, giving him that tired, worn out, aged look that Hugh Jackman had in the movie. The only thing that I would say that this might be missing is an extra pair of legs with the knives sticking out of the bottom of the feet. I could see them skipping that because that's the short person torso where the feet are attached to the legs. You can't get the peg in there. You can't make it small enough. It's too short to get a actual peg for the foot to stay on. So you got to swap out the whole leg versus just popping the feet off like you would with a tall figure. So I understand why they didn't do it. It just would have been nice to have that, because she does have those blades in her feet. But, otherwise, just a couple of very nice looking figures, very movie accurate, I would say. Could have used some paint on the back of Logan's, tank top, wife beater, whatever you want to call it. But how often, I guess, are you looking at this back? It would have been nice. It just, that solid white actually is kind of jarring the more I look at it, but whatever. And it is nice to have that torso actually with him. I don't think we have very many characters that have that, tank top look to it or whatever. So it's just nice getting that piece. Otherwise, we have a setup in back. And it's going to be a X-23 picture, straight out of the movie. Let's go to that. All right, so our first shot is a really cool one of X-23. At the beginning of the movie, when they find her with Logan, he confronts him outside, and then they send somebody in after her. I can't remember if it was one or two people. I think it was just one. And she comes out with the head and tosses it on the ground. Now, I don't think she has her claws popped at that moment in time. I don't care. What works in movies doesn't always work for a picture, or what works better in movies, doesn't always work. What doesn't work good in movies may work better in pictures. So, like in the movie's flowing. She doesn't have to have her claws popped at that moment. But for this picture, I just think for effect, it's better. So, doing the old George Lucas treatment to this scene from Logan, and really liking the results. So no complaints here. It looks pretty good. And I just use that Walking Dead tower in the background. That came with the fence that I use quite often. And then I have this brick wall I made myself. At the time, I thought it was pretty amazing. It's really not that good, but it sure works. It sure has worked for all the years I've had it. And then just kind of filling in all the spots around her, in the background, just to make it not look just like a building and a wall, but an actual scene with just random junk built up, like in the movie. And then, of course, I used some fake blood on the head here. Unfortunately, it ran right off him into this roll-up gravel terrain I have, and just ruined it. There's a big red dot in the middle of it, so whatever. I shouldn't really go out and get a new one anyways. This thing got cut into two pieces, but it works if you use it right. It's usually my tar road whenever I use it for, or gravel road whenever I use it for anything. But anyways, let's go on to another shot. So this next shot's basically, obviously it's based off the movie, but the shirt's changed a little bit. In the movie, he has that light blue button up the front shirt on. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. We got him in the tank top. One thing I will say about that tank top, it's nice to have that torso, but I don't think there's very much time in that movie where that shirt is not dirty, filthy, covered in blood. I kind of think maybe that would have been a better choice than just the plain white. Even before he gets in any fights, I think he might be in that shirt. Well, no, I guess he gets in a fight right off the bat in the movie. Well, anyways, I do think that tank top could have been a lot dirtier, a lot filthier, or bloody, or torn up, but it works. And I just kind of took some fake blood and put it on there, try to let it dry up a little bit so it had a little bit of character to it. And then, coincidentally, the best sunglasses for Daphne Keenan, X-23, that head right there that you see, I believe is from actually the Wolverine movie where he's in Japan and Viper's in it. That's Viper's head that he used for the X-23 with sunglasses. So that's kind of fun. Just kind of little unintentional nod to the movie that came before this one, is using that Viper head on X-23. But yeah, just a basic shot. Got the trees in the background, him holding the shovel, take it from a low angle. His face definitely works. He's got a very sad look on his face. But yeah, turned out pretty good. Let's do one more before we call this video. All right, guys, we have our final shot. I wanted to get one with the two of them together in kind of like a tough stances or whatever, like they're ready for action, and just kind of sticking with that industrial background, the place that they lived at with the fence, the chain link fence. I have a water tower back there. That's from a Cars, the Disney Pixar play set that I got. I actually did a review on that a long time ago, but and then there's, just a building in back, the fence that I talked about before in the very first shot. That's from a McFarlane Walking Dead set. And then we have all these other blast effects that are from various places. I think these smaller pieces are from a role-playing game. Maybe I got them from Luke's Toy Store, I'm pretty sure. And then these other ones are from a Heroescape. Yeah, there it is. Just this one. I thought I used two, but I only use one. It's a Heroescape board game, RPG tabletop board game. But yeah, just kind of trying to get them in a cool pose together with their claws popped. What else was going? Okay, so when I started taking this picture, I had it like this. It works. It looks good. But it's not dramatic enough, so I just kind of, I got the picture and I'm like, this is lame. This is just boring. It's just plain run-of-the-mill, whatever. And then I just kind of put a twist on it, gives it more of a dynamic look. And I just think it just brings more action to the picture. And I actually made Wolverine the centerpiece of the picture instead of them together. Usually, if I have two characters, I'll try to center the both of them in the picture, but this one I just kind of centered him in the picture. In the original picture, I'm going to post that at the end, just so you guys can see, with something as simple as a camera tilt will do. It'll make it look much better. But yeah, anyways, glad to finally have these guys, part of the collection. This is actually a huge movie for me when it came out. Huge Wolverine fan. I never felt they got the movies quite right. Even though I like the second one. I like the Wolverine. I do not like Wolverine Origins. I kind of despise that movie. People who like Aquaman or diehard Aquaman fans and don't like Jason Momoa, I kind of get that, because it's pretty much what Logan, the first Wolverine movie, is to me. They totally botched the character. But this final one, they really figured out the violence and the character, and just kind of it really made up for. It was really exactly what I'd want to see out of a Wolverine movie. The only real critique is I wish they would have made that Wolverine clone. I wish they would have just made it Sabretooth. It would have been so much better if Sabretooth was their their tracker to take X-23 down, and that's who Wolverine would have had to fight. I think it would have been much better, especially with the brutal killing that he had to do. It just would have been so much more fun if they would have had Liev Schreiber, is that his name? If they would have had him in there and just kind of let him be as charismatic as he was. He was one of the parts I did like about the Wolverine Origins movie. They really needed to get him a blonde wig, but other than that, he was really good in that movie. But yeah, anyways, glad we got him. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Check out the description of the video for my Instagram and Facebook page links. I'll have that Deadpool up here in a little bit. I'm actually going camping this weekend, so actually it probably won't be up until Sunday, I'm thinking. But I do have it, on the docket. It's the next thing I'm going to do. So anyways, guys, we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.